911, the numbers you dial to save the life of yourself or your loved ones.
But Augusta's 911 fields thousands of calls a year that are not emergencies, and those calls get in the way when lives are on the line. News Channel 6's George Escala has this special report.
If there's a big problem in Augusta, who are you going to call? 911.
It's in reference to an assault on a 6-year-old.
Yeah, he was grabbing by the neck. That's why I called you guys.
These are the pros at Augusta's 911, taking your call to send help to your emergency. On average, people call 911 1,000 times a day.
Someone reporting a traffic accident, someone could have been hit by a vehicle, could be someone having a medical emergency.
Those are real life and death situations that are called in around the clock to 911.
I've been having chest pain.
These are definitely things that they have to deal with every day.
But many of the calls coming to 911 are not real emergencies, really far from it. Like these.
I need the police to meet my daughter. She ran out of gas and they could take her some gas.
Okay, the fire department does not come out for cats stuck in the tree.
If you work in 911, you've taken these non-emergency calls.
Maybe a cat stuck up in a tree, or a child threw their ball or frisbee on the roof.
But sometimes we can get calls where they need numbers to somewhere else. Marshal's department, code enforcement.
I need to ask a question real fast. My landlord's trying to put me out. Those kind of emergency, non-emergency things.
They may answer one of those non-emergency calls, and then the next call they receive is someone who's saying their baby's not breathing.
It's my daughter. She can't breathe. And she's like passing out and stuff.
It does impact us, especially on our 911 lines. We only have so many lines on our consoles.
When a call comes into 911, dispatchers don't know when they pick it up if it's a real big-time emergency where time is of the essence,
You got a kitchen fire in my house.
or if it's not serious.
She was calling in reference to an assault that happened yesterday with another tenant.
If everyone is calling 911, the true emergencies might not be able to come through.
If we're having to deal with a non-emergency situation when someone's trying to call in with their true emergency, there's that potential that we might not be able to answer that emergency call as quickly as we could.
And that's scary in a business where there are lives on the line.
They don't need to be overtaxed with or burdened with non-emergency calls when we have emergencies going on all the time.
When you need help, you call 911, but you can be a big help if you only call in an emergency. In Augusta, George Escala, WJBF, News Channel 6.
Director Dunlap also says people pocket dialing 911 is a problem. Also, old cell phones that have no service can still dial 911. A lot of times parents give them to kids to play with, and then those kids end up dialing 911. For a list of numbers to call in non-emergency situations, just go to our website, WJBF.com.